Okay, welcome friends to episode 99 of Storytime Yoga. I'm Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. And this is Miss Avery, my little helper here. And I'd like to welcome you to part 2 of our 3-part series. Today we are reading The Giants and the Smalls. There it is, my friends. I'm just gonna fix up. I'm trying a little bit with the camera there just to make sure that you can see everything there. That's a little better, my friends. The Giants and the Smalls by Nicholas Townsend Smith. And we have lots of little friends with us today. We have a few friends that weren't able to join us for part 1. So I'm really excited to get into part 2 of this series, and we'll recap a little bit what happened in part 1. But first off, I will say, as always, we are sponsored by Zyia Activewear. Miss Avery and I are wearing our Zyia Activewear today. We are also partners with Rachel Smart and the Healthy Starts for Families program through Juice Plus. So if you'd like more information about that, please do check the comments below for all of that information. We are also sponsored by Vox Life. I have my Vox Life, my sleeve on, my eSmarter sleeve on today, and I always do my yoga classes with my eSmarter sleeve. It helps me with my cognition and all of my balance and all of that fun stuff. So if you'd like more information about that, you'll find the links as well, my friends, in the comments. So we are going to get started today. And as a recap, I'll say that in part 1 of the book, we met Rit. And Rit is he is such a small, living in a small world that he doesn't know how to be giant. He feels stuck in that world. And I'm going to show you, there's a little picture of Rit. And that's what we saw last week. He feels stuck in that small world and he wants more. And so we saw courage. We learned about courage in part 1. We saw that courage in Rit as he went to the giant world and he spoke with a giant, and we ended off class as we all yelled, "Hey, giant," as Rit yelled into the giant's ear to get the giant's attention. And that's how we ended part 1. So I'm so excited for part 2 because I know that we are going to meet someone new in part 2.
I actually haven't read the book yet, so I don't even know what's going to happen.
You don't know what's going to happen, and that's why it's so exciting. So I'm going to invite you all to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor so that we can get class started. Coming on back, sitting crisscross applesauce, or in hero's pose. Sitting down, Miss Avery's going to ring our bells to get class started. Just make yourself comfortable. Hero's pose, if you haven't done hero's pose before, friends, is sitting on the fronts of your legs with your bum on your heels, okay? Getting nice and comfy. On the fronts of your legs there. All right, sitting down. Go ahead, Miss Avery. Good job, my friends. And we're going to start class with our breathing. And for all of my new friends here, this is our breathing ball. Oh, I see our friend Cameron has joined us. Hello, Cameron. How are you today? Just in time to get started, my friend, with our breathing. So anyone who hasn't seen my breathing ball before, this is it. And as we breathe all of that air into our belly and make it big like a balloon, we make our breathing ball big. Okay, thank you. We make our breathing ball big, and as we breathe all of that air and let it out of our balloon, we make our breathing ball small. So we're going to take turns here. So all of us are going to breathe together, and Miss Avery and I are going to take turns with this ball. So 3 deep breaths, sitting up straight and tall, breathing in. Make your balloon a big belly, breathing out. Breathing in and out. In and out. Show me how you can make your big belly balloons, your big balloon bellies, my friends. I want to see that big belly in your balloon. Show it to me. You can hold your belly and make it big like a balloon too. I'm going to hold my belly while Miss Avery uses the breathing ball. You can also use your hands too if you don't have a breathing ball at home. I'm going to hold my belly so I can feel my big balloon. All right, sitting up nice and straight and tall, breathing in and out. In and out, in and out. Good job, my friends. All right, I invite you all to stay on your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor while Miss Avery and I come forward to begin the second part of our story. I'm going to make a notation here that our friend Cameron is here. I'm so excited to have everybody back. Let's see if I can see everybody. Okay. Oh, I want that in speaker view. Okay, my friends, the story of the Giants and the Smalls by Nicholas Townsend Smith. I hope you're as on the edge of your chair as I am, because we ended off with, do you remember what we did? We all screamed, "Hey, giant," last time. And I wonder if the giant heard. All right, my friends, there was no answer. Rit tried again, "Mr. Giant." The giant looked around and said, "Who was that? Who said that?" Rit yelled in his ear again, "Mr. Giant." The giant roared again, "Who is that?" Rit covered his tiny ears. The giant's voice shook his entire body. He could hardly understand what the giant was saying because the sound was so immense. "Mr. Giant," yelled Rit, "I am a small." The giant said, "A small? Here?" His voice vibrating and shaking Rit. "What are you doing here?" "I came to ask you how to become a giant." The giant, moved by the courage of his tiny being, invited Rit onto his hand. "What a brave thing to do," said the giant. Rit sat against a fold in the giant's hand and looked up into his enormous eyes. The giant cleared his throat, a little choked up by Rit's bravery, and began to speak in a quieter tone. All right, my friends, this is our first pose. Coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor. And I see that Nicholas says "cool shirts" in the comments, and I meant to mention that at the beginning too, that we have just received our giant shirts, and I'll also give you a link, and we'll be giving away some giant t-shirts. They say "I am a giant." All right, friends, so coming to your mat, your blanket, or your piece of floor, we are going to do our first pose, and our first pose is going to be sitting in the giant's palm. We're going to sit in the giant's palm just like Rit is sitting. So we're going to sit in his palm. We don't know his name yet, okay? We're going to sit in his palm. So sitting on your bum with your legs bent, we're going to go back a bit on our bum. This is called our sacrum goat pose. We're going to lift those legs, and you can keep these knees bent. I want to see if you can do it, friends. Can you do it without falling back? It's okay to fall back too. It's lots of fun. But Miss Avery, if you're going to fall back, just watch your head on that poster back there. All right. Woo! And if you can, friends, you can keep those knees bent. So it's, I love it, Cameron. I can see you doing it. If you keep those knees bent, and if you can, woo, can we straighten them without falling back? What do you think? Oh, Miss Avery is on her back now. Beautiful job, my friends. All right, coming back to our story to find out what happens next. I feel like I am seeing only some of you. Miss Jazzy, how are you doing with that? I have it on speaker view so that you guys can see me big. But I want to see all of you too. So I'm gonna go like that so that I can see more of you. Oh, I think Mr. Cameron's got some sit-ups going on there too. You're the best. All right. Okay, so let's move on in our story. I am impressed by your bravery. I haven't seen a small in a very long time. I would be honored to share my story with you. Rit leaned forward as the giant continued. My parents were giants, and they knew the path to become a giant. They loved to explore the possibilities in the world around them. They dreamed impossible dreams and always thought of others and how they could best serve them. My parents' hearts were enormous. They were constantly looking for ways to improve themselves, serve others, and make their world a better place. And we're going to stop right there because we are going to have giant hearts, just like the giant's heart. All right. That's right. That's what your heart does. So coming to your mat, your blanket, or a piece of floor, come down on your belly, and we are going to do cobra pose, and we're going to show our big giant heart. So I want you to put those hands right underneath your shoulders, and we're going to lift up, and I want you to stick that chest right up to the sun. Show that chest right up to the sun. I want you to put your heart right out there, my friends, and shine those big giant hearts. Shine them like the sun. Let me see them. I know you have big giant hearts, just like the giant's parents. I don't think we know his name yet, but we know he's a giant. All right, pushing back out of that pose.
My heart's a snake.
Your heart is a snake. That's right. That was Cobra pose, and Miss Avery is being her snaky snake. All right, coming back to our story, my friends. Their giant feet took them down paths of endless possibility, and that helped them to reach their stature. Rit gasped and leaned in even closer. My friend, I need you to know that I was born a small, just like you. At first, said the giant, I didn't think I could measure up to my parents' stature, even though they taught me their ways from childhood. It took me years before I finally believed. When I finally started doing what they had told me all along, you know what happened? I don't know what happened, but I think we've got one more pose to do on this page.
He grew to be a giant.
He might have grown to be a giant. That might have been what happened. Maybe he's got something else to tell us. Coming to our mat, our blanket, our piece of floor, we're gonna have those giant feet. We're gonna walk like the giant's parents with giant feet. So remember before we talked about our giant lunge walks and our small little walks. So let's be giants today and walk with that lunge pose. I want to see you walk the lunge, my friends. So you can go all over your living room, just like Miss Avery's. I'm going to go back and forth so you can see me walk and lunge. I want to see that knee down. Come on, Mr. Cameron. Jazzy, I can't see you, but I hope you're doing it. I can see Nicole and Jameson doing it. Miss Lyra and Gordon, are you doing that for me too? Walking lunges. Walking lunges. They are. I know. I want you to do big walking lunges, not little ones. Because we're all giants. Little ones are more difficult. They're more difficult. We talked about that last week. How being a small and walking small is more difficult than walking big like a giant. All right, coming back to our story, my friends. Beautiful job. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm out of breath. Goodness me. Okay. Rick looked the giant straight in the eyes and asked, what? Well, I began to grow. What do you mean? Asked Rit. The giant said, you see, giants think extraordinary thoughts, speak significant words, and see and do remarkable things. As I began to learn, my hearing improved and my vision expanded. That's what is magical about this world. By listening to my parents and doing what they did. Oh, did you hear that? By listening to his parents and doing what they did. I think that's wonderful. All right. By listening to my parents and doing what they did, I started to grow. Rit's thoughts were racing. Could this be true? This was madness. A small became a giant merely by thinking differently and making new choices? That's the difference between the giants and the smalls? Did that mean he could become a giant? There's only one way to find out, Rit thought to himself. Will you teach me how to become a giant? Rit asked. Wow, said the giant, this is a big thing you are asking me, and I don't know if you're up for the changes that will come if you go down this path. You're asking me to help you grow in a way you don't fully understand. How can I know that you will do what it takes to grow? All right, so we're going to pretend to grow, friends. We're going to do a few poses all together. And yes, we're going to get rid of this. Can you just put that in there, please? We could do the rocket ship, but I was going to do something different. Avery wants to do a rocket ship, but I think actually we're going to do the rocket ship later. Okay, when we do one later on a different page, we'll do the rocket ship. So in order to grow today, we're going to start off in a squat. Show me your little squat, because this is the shortest little pose down to the ground. Show me your squat, everyone, just like a little froggy. All right. And I'm going to go sideways so that you can see me. We're going to grow up into a chair. Everybody remember chair pose? You can watch Miss Mel first. So we're going to grow into a chair first, like this. All right? Ow. I'm sitting in a chair. And now what am I going to do from my chair to grow? I'm going to go up into a live pose. Now grow from your chair up into a live. Look up at that ceiling and stretch up. Stretch your whole belly. Good job. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to come down into our squat. Come down into your squat, Miss Avery. All right, come down into your squat. Now grow, because we grow in steps and stages, right, my friends? So grow into a chair first. And then grow into a live. Good job, my friends. Okay, coming back to our story. We'll do rocket ship later. I like that one, Avery.
I need some water.
Oh, you can go get a drink of water. It's okay. All right. Rit got on his knees. Let me just see that I have all my friends here. I do. Okay. Rit got on his knees, hands clasped, with a single tear streaming down his cheek. He said, no, not there, please. Thank you, Avery, from the top. Thank you, dear. Rit got on his knees, hands clasped, with a single tear streaming down his cheek. He said, Mr. Giant, I came here to learn about giants. I come from a long line of smalls, and I am tired of living such a small life. I believe I am capable of more. I want to prove to myself and the other smalls that anyone can become a giant. Will you please teach me? This small had come all this way and risked his life to learn something new. The giant's eyes watered. He closed his eyes for a moment, brought his hand close to his face, looked intently into Rit's eyes, and said, okay, I'll teach you what I do, but becoming a giant is up to you. Rit jumped up and down on the giant's hand, nearly falling off in his excitement, here he was, a small, being taught by a giant. He would be able to prove that he was capable of more. His exuberance caused the giant to smile. He looked the giant right in his enormous eyes and said, my name is McBronze Rittenshanks, but you can call me Rit. The giant said, I, my new friend, am Ramirez Ekeritz, and you can call me Remy. So there we go, two friends, Remy and Rit. Rit is the small and Remy is the giant. All right, now here is where we're gonna jump up and down. Here's where we can do your Avery's rocket ship pose, because Rit jumped up and down and he almost fell off the giant's hand, right? So I was gonna do frog hop. So coming down into our squat. We're pretending that we're the little small, right? And we're on a giant's hand. So that's why frog hops are good. See, because we can hop like this. And we can hop up and down. We don't need to move. I want you to hop up and down. Show me. That's right. Good job, Cameron. Good job. Oh, Gordon, you got it going. All right. Jump up and down in that giant's hand because you are so excited that he's going to teach you. Oh, Jocelyn, you got it. Good girl. All right. Good job. Oh, my goodness. I'm tuckered. I think everybody's going to have a nap after this. Woo. Good celebration that giant is going to teach you. The giant is going to teach the small how to become a giant. Oh, I know, right? Catch your breath. All right. Remy placed Rit on the ground and began to walk away. Where is he going? Thought Rit. Remy kept going, getting further away. Rit yelled to him, Remy, wait up. I can't walk as fast as you. Remy didn't hear him and kept walking. Rit ran as fast as he could to keep up with the giant. He was jumping and dodging as he ran with all his energy, though Remy seemed far away. Rit wasn't about to miss the opportunity to learn from a giant. Are you ready for this one? I'm still out of breath, but we're gonna run, okay? So let's come to our mat or blanket or piece of floor. I want you to run on the spot. Run as fast as you can and keep up with the giant. That's right. You're Rit. I want you to chase after Remy. You don't want him to get away because he said he's gonna help you. Avery's running through the house. Good job, all my little friends. Good job.
And now I'm extra out of breath.
I know. Goodness me. Okay. Oh, let's all take a deep breath. Oh. Remy walked and Rit ran for what seemed like an eternity. They came to the edge of a large cliff. Rit was out of breath and exhausted as he collapsed at Remy's feet. Remy sat on the ground next to him. Rit yelled, What are you doing? Don't you realize I'm just as small and can't walk as fast as you? I barely made it. Remy said patiently, Yeah, but you made it. A small would have stayed where I left you. A small would have gone home or complained about being left behind. You didn't. You ran with everything you had to stay up with me. You were committed. That is a very giant thing to do. All right, so we're gonna collapse on the floor. Yeah, go ahead, see. We're gonna collapse on the floor just like Rit. So come into your mat, your blanket, or a piece of floor. We are going to do seated forward bend. All right, so spread your legs out there, my friends. Bring your hands way up to the sky. You ready? Everybody got it? And forward bend. I want to see you stretch forward, keeping that back straight. Stretch forward and collapse, just like Rit collapsed. Good job, my friends. Taking a few deep breaths, letting your body calm from all of the running and walking lunges that we just did, all of the hops up and down. Good job. Coming back to our story. Miss Avery will be right back. Okay. As Rit caught his breath, they both looked out at the cliff. Remy seemed to be enjoying the view and asked his new friend, "What do you see?" Rit said, "I see a cliff, some plants, and the sky." Remy asked him, "What else do you see?" "Nothing," exclaimed Rit. Remy laughed and placed Rit on his shoulder. He stood up. A vast ocean spread out in front of them as far as the eye could see. Rit could smell the ocean air and feel the breeze. It was the first time in his life he had seen such an amazing view. Remy asked him, "Now what do you see?" Rit couldn't speak. The view was so breathtaking that all he could do was look. Remy said, "Rit, a giant sees what a small might never see. A giant sees the beauty in everything, while a small misses out on seeing the splendor that surrounds them. A giant sees opportunity in every moment, and a small only focuses on his or her problems." Rit looked up at Remy and said, "I want to see what a giant sees and do what a giant does." Now, does everybody see that picture? Does everybody see? Here's the giant. Here's Remy, and here's Rit, and he is looking out. And do you see what he's in? I love that he is actually in warrior pose, because once he's been lifted up onto that giant shoulder, he feels like a warrior. He feels like he can be giant. So let's be giant. Let's feel like we are giants. Even though sometimes we're small and we're learning, let's come to our mat or blanket or a piece of floor and be warriors. So I want you to spread your legs really far apart, my friends. And I'm going to go that way first. So I'm going to point those toes that way and bring these toes in. Put your big warrior arms out, my friends. All right. And I'm going to bend this front knee. Okay. Bend that front knee and be a big warrior. Good job. I see Nicole doing it. I see Cameron doing it. I can't see Jazzy right now. Let's hope she's doing it. Let's hope Mira and Gordon are doing it over there. Good job, Cameron. We're all wonderful big warriors. Can you go like this? Can you see out? Can you see out like this, Cameron? Look out into the vast ocean. All right, so we're going to leave our legs where they are. Leave your feet where they are, and we're just going to turn our feet. I'm going to go that way now. So I'm going to point those toes that way and these toes in. Arms are still up, and I'm going to bend this knee now. All right, good job, my friends. Keeping your body up straight. We're not leaning forward. We're up straight like this. Good job, all my friends. Beautiful, beautiful warriors. Good job, Cameron. All right, Miss Avery is coming back. Let's come back to our story, my beautiful friends. And then we'll have a relaxation, and then we'll have a little chat. All right. The sun was going down. Remy told Rit, "Go home and think about the lessons you've learned. Come back tomorrow." He carried Rit back to where they had met, and Rit headed home. That night, as Rit slept in his small bed, he had giant dreams for the first time. So that ends part 2 of our book, my friends. It is time for our relaxation, my friends. So I want you to see right down here. I want you to see. It's hard to see there. Let's see. There you go. That is Rit. He is walking back home to lay down and have his relaxation, to think about all of the wonderful things, all of the giant dreams that he has. So I invite you all to lay down. Go ahead, Avery. Avery's going to lay down as well. You can lay down or sit down in crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose, whatever's comfortable for you. Close your eyes if you can. If you're with mommy or daddy, then lay down with mommy or daddy in relaxation if you like. Jazzy, get comfortable with mommy. Get in her lap and lay down. Good job, all of my friends. Close your eyes if you can. If you're laying down, put your arms beside you with your palms facing up. If you're sitting down, put your palms in your lap, your hands in your lap. Hello, Cameron. I see you, my dear. Good job laying down with mommy. All right, closing your eyes if you can. Taking one big deep breath in and out. And relax your whole body when you breathe that breath out. Good job, my friends. One more breath in and out. Relax your whole body with that breath. Let your shoulders drop. Relaxing your chest and your waist. Relaxing your arms and your hands. And I want you to think of the frustration as a small and make big, big, big fists with those hands like you're frustrated, and then let them go. Good job, my friends. Relaxing those hands. Relaxing your legs and your feet. Letting those feet drop off to the side. I'll show you with Avery here. Let them drop off to the side and just relax that body. Let everything go in your body. And I'm just going to do some head massage on Avery here, closing your eyes. If you can, moms and dads at home, you can do this to your kids as well. Having your kids breathing in and out normally. Relaxing your whole entire body. And I want you to pay attention, Cameron, pay attention to the noises that are around you in your house. What do you hear? Be very silent. You have to be quiet to hear the noises around you. Cameron and Mira and Gordon and Jazzy, what do you hear? Do you hear fans? Do you hear ticking? Do you hear cars driving by outside? Do you hear siblings playing or talking? What do you hear in your house? And as you let those sounds go, because we don't hear those sounds all the time unless we're really listening for them. As you let those sounds go, my friends, I want you to do the same with your thoughts. Let them come in and let them go. And just relax your body onto the floor. Good job, my little friends. Good job. Okay, are we ready? We're going to talk about our lesson today. So slowly and silently, I want you to say inside your head. Say this inside your head, Mr. Cameron. All right, you too, Gordon. I can see you. I am healthy. I am committed. And that's such a big word, my friends. Last week we learned about courage and how courageous Rit is. And today he showed commitment. And what commitment means, my friends, is that when you decide to do something, you follow through with it and you get it done. You take action and get it done. And we saw today how Rit did that. When Remy walked away, when Remy agreed to help him and then walked away, Rit had to run, didn't he? He had to run to follow the giant because the giant walked away. Rit had to be committed to his decision and know that if you're going to teach me, I have to keep up with you. So I'm going to run to catch you because I'm that committed to learning and growing into being a giant. All right, my friends, I want you to take the knowing that you have the choice, okay? The knowing that you have the choice to be committed or not and put that deep inside your head. I want to see you plunk it there. Take your hands and plunk it there in your head. Show me you putting that choice in your head. Good job. Oh, good job, Jazzy. I see you. All right. And then take the feeling of being committed. When you feel happy that you were committed and you did something that you wanted to do and you got it done, even if it was just cleaning up your stuffies in your bed, or if it was maybe cleaning up the leaf pile outside and raking it, whatever that little job was that you wanted to get done, take the happy feeling that you were able to do it and get the job done and put that happy feeling right here in your heart. Let me see your hands. Take that happy feeling and put it right here in your heart. Good job, my friends. All right, now I want you to take that knowing from your head and your heart and send it out to everybody around you. Tell all the mummies and daddies that they have the choice to be committed to, just like you are, that they have the choice to do that too and the choice to be happy when they do that too, friends. Good job. Send that out to everybody and then bring it back in your head and your heart. You can put one on each, one hand on your head, one hand on your heart. Bring it back in there, my friends. Beautiful job. Good job, my friends. And if you're laying down, keeping your eyes closed, it's time to roll to one side, bringing your knees into your chest. And if you're sitting, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and wake up that body. And when you're ready, come back up to join me on my mat. Good job, my friends. All right, sitting crisscross applesauce or in hero's pose. Miss Avery's going to ring our bells to end class, but stick around. We'll have a little conversation. Bringing hands to heart center, my friends. Are you ready? Ready, Miss Avery? All right, we end class with namaste. I feel good in every way. The goodness in me sees the goodness in all of you. Avery's licking her fingers instead of saying the ending. All right, good job, my friends. Okay, unmute yourselves, friends, and come and talk to Miss Mel for a moment here. Come and talk to me. Unmute your microphones. Hello, Cameron.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today, sweetie?
Good.
How did you enjoy class today?
You liked it?
Yeah,
You know, what was your favorite part today?
my favorite part was the sleeping.
Oh, the sleeping. You know what? That's my favorite part too. It's so wonderful. And I love that that's your favorite part because you know what? You want to know a little tiny secret, Cameron?
What?
That's the most important part of the whole class is the sleeping. It's the most important part of the whole class because you know what? It's the hardest.
Giant, like
Huh?
giant.
Like the giant?
Like the giant, yeah.
And I was so tired.
You were? Well, I love that you slept and took care of your body and you listened to your body. That was wonderful. Nicholas says that was powerful. I didn't realize my book was such a giant yoga book. It is. It's an absolutely incredible book to do yoga with. There's so many lessons to learn in this book. All right, my friends, Jaslyn and Erilyn. I see Erilyn there now. What was your favorite part of the book today? Erilyn, I know you came in late. Where's Jazzy?
Right there.
Hi. Hi. What was your favorite part today?
Say we we had a meltdown halfway through.
Oh, that's okay. But I saw her practicing and I saw her put all of those lessons into her head and her heart.
Yes, the jumping was the best for her. She loved it.
That's wonderful. You get all your little jumping beans out. Beautiful job, Jasmine.
Say thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. All right. How about Mira and Gordon and Jasmine? Your turn. What was your favorite part of class? Oh, they're away from camera. We'll go to Nicole and Jameson. What was your favorite part of class today?
Our favorite part of class today, Jameson is tuckered out. He's sleeping now, just like Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he liked the relaxation too, didn't he?
Yes. And he really liked the jumping too. And I really liked learning about commitment and what commitment means today.
Yes, commitment is a big word for all of us. And I think it's a very important word for all of us to learn, for all of us little ones and our mummies and daddies. Commitment. That's right. It's a big word, isn't it, Miss Avery? All right. Do we have Mira and Gordon and Jasmine?
Jasmine.
No, Jasmine? What was your favorite part, Gordon? I saw you jumping up and down.
Jumping up and down.
Yeah, did you like that? That was cool. I liked
My
that
favorite part too.
Say hi, Mira.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, you jumped too? You liked that part?
Good job. Did you guys do your relaxation too?
They're being out all over the place.
Oh, that's good. I saw them enjoying themselves. I like that. That's wonderful. All right, friends. I have one more question for you all. Can you all tell me, take your turns, tell me what giant thing you want to learn how to do? What giant thing do you want to learn how to do? Who wants to go first? Cameron, I see your microphone off.
Okay, what do you want to learn how to do? What giant thing do you want to learn?
Stomping.
Say it louder.
Stomping.
Stomping.
Stomping. Oh, that's wonderful. Maybe we can include that in our next class. That's a giant thing. Oh, look at your big, I love your slippers. Look at those giant slippers. You're a giant already. Those are amazing. I think Miss Mel needs a pair of those for yoga class. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think so. Do you think, Cameron?
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I think those would be amazing. I'll have to find those in my size. I think Nick might like those big giant slippers too. All right, my friend. Who is next? We can go to Jazzy or Erilyn, or we can go to Jasmine, Mira, and Gordon. Whoever gets there. Whoever's got their microphone ready. Oh, I
Say
think.
hi.
Where's Erilyn too? Jaslyn and Erilyn, what giant thing do you want to learn how to do?
How about sharing?
That would be wonderful. That is a giant thing to learn how to do. I bet that you have a giant in your house that can teach you that. You know who that would be? What giant in your house could teach you how to share?
Erilyn.
I don't know, Mommy.
That's a beautiful answer. I love it. Mommy could teach you how to share. She's a giant in your house. Beautiful answer, Erilyn. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. Okay, let's move over to Gordon and Mira. I see them there. Tell me what giant thing you would like to learn how to do.
What giant thing do you guys want to learn how to do?
Coding, is that what he said?
I think so.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Coding like coding a robot, coding in a computer?
Coding a game and other stuff like that.
Oh, that is giant. I love that one.
Before and it was really hard.
Coding a game. That is a giant goal. I love it. So I want you to think about who can teach you that, Gordon, while we ask Mira what giant thing she would like to learn.
What giant thing do you want to learn how to do?
I do not know what she just said.
Me neither. Me neither. I don't think she has a giant thing right now. But Gordon, I want you to think about who could teach you that.
Who do you think can teach you that, Gordon?
What giant do you think could teach you that, Gordon?
My daddy is good with computers, and there is a computer camp here in Ottawa.
Oh, those are both wonderful ideas. Sometimes we need mentors or giants in our life to teach us those things, don't we? All right. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to mute, and we're going to go over to Nicole and ask Nicole what giant thing she would like to learn how to do. Hello, Nicole.
I'm not sure.
Oh, goodness, really? What about Jameson? What do you think? What giant thing do you think Jameson wants to learn how to do as a doggy, as a yoga doggy?
Jameson needs to learn how to not attack little kids. He needs to learn how to be gentle with children. That's what
that is giant. The gentle giant. Jameson needs to learn how to be a gentle giant. I love it.
He wants to protect mom all the time. So
oh, that's a good one. Absolutely good one. Nicholas says, wow, seriously incredible. And I think he was putting that in, talking about Gordon, when Gordon was talking about wanting to learn how to code. And Neil says, matching stomper slippers. Yes, Miss Mel needs those stomper slippers, just like Cameron. Maybe Santa will bring me some, Cameron. All right, my friends, I thank you all for joining us today. This has been episode 99 of Storytime Yoga. I am Miss Mel, your children's yoga instructor with Breathe With Me Yoga and your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. Nicholas says, Jameson the gentle giant. That's well. I'm going to wish you all well and remind you all that we are going to go live on Facebook to draw our drawing next. So I will tag you all in the Facebook post as soon as we get there. We'll join you there in a few minutes to draw the winner of today's draw. Goodbye, all of my friends. I wish you a wonderful week, and we will see you next week for part 3. Goodbye, my friends. Say goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, beauties.
Goodbye. Bye.
Goodbye.